else want to share something? Feel free. Ubi, you got something? Steve Gunner is in the house. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you all. 10 people in the house. I got 7 likes already. This is good. This is a good start. And maybe that's because I haven't played a note yet, right? So, oh, right. Digging out some picks, guys. So, I've got a bunch. Just nothing finished to show at the moment. Okay, no problem, Ubi. I'll be hitting you up soon and picking your brain on a few things. I'm just trying to get this one video done. At least get my head fully wrapped around it because I've had so much trouble with this giveaway video since I lost half my footage. But I'm getting it figured out now. So I'm going to start getting my shit together with the rjscave.com, which I would really like to start working on faster because I think if I'm going to get it a loan to build this channel to something legit, then they're going to be looking at things like that. And I got to make sure all those pages are up and running and look hopefully as good as possible. So, excuse me, guys. So, yeah. Anybody see the review? I know a lot of you members have seen this one already, the review for this guitar. If you're not a member, you'll be seeing this one on Saturday. And I'll just say right now, if you're thinking about picking up something like this should be your huckleberry. A little secret, this is $16K. I paid $80 for this guitar. This is $16K, this bridge pickup. And it's ceramic. That's insane. Ordered the shirt with Dave. You bought a shirt? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Oh, thank you. I would love to see you wearing it. If you could ever send me a picture, that would be awesome. But wow, thank you, sir. I truly appreciate that. This merch is good. The last place, Shopify, not Shopify, Spring, they started sending people such garbage. And I ordered stuff to be sent to 3 different people. And they held on to my money for 3 months before they would give it back to me. Hey, Max, this one here, this is a Donner. This is actually the Donner Q1. It's called the Seeker. You see that on the headstock. Right? Donner sells it for like $200. It's a solid, I call it a solid entry-level guitar. The biggest issue with this guitar is going to be the fret wire because the fret wire is a little on the small side. Donner is known for that. But as far as like the pickups in this guitar, this bridge is $16K, and these two are right around 5.25, 5.3. All ceramic magnets, so they're a little on the bright side, but there's nothing out of control about them. They sound nice. These two pickups sound like they should, more or less. This guy, you can do Eddie with this all day. It's a very surprising guitar when you play it in the bridge position. So, but check out the review for more. The big issue is, like I said, the fret wire, and it's actually a little on the thin side. But if you're looking for a lighter guitar, it's actually pretty good. So yeah, I was going to mess around with this guitar a little bit. Let me turn this on and see if I can't get it in tune. For anyone who doesn't know, we're doing a giveaway, a guitar giveaway. There's RJ's Cave, Ted Talks Guitars and Life, and Fret Not. We're all in on this. All right. For those of you that don't know, I've taken a Squire Strat that I had lying around here that needed some attention, and I put a whole bunch of T's Guitars ST1 parts in it to give it a bit of an upgrade. Ted at Ted Talks Guitars and Life is going to take a personal approach to it. He's going to do a little bit of a deep dive like he always does, and he's going to personalize it a little bit more, put his personal touch on it, and then it's going over to Fret Knot, where it's going to get reviewed, and then in another video they're going to give it away like they always do. So if you're looking to get a free guitar, you should check that out. All right, that video, I'm not exactly sure when that video is going to go up, but Ted is going to start posting his parts of what he does to the guitar a little early because he does a couple of videos. So if you want to get a little bit of a sneak peek as to what's going on with the guitar, you can always check his videos out. I'll be posting my video to coincide with the first video that comes out with Fret Knot, their review video. And Ted's going to drop another video along with that as well. So look for that. All right. If you guys want to win a guitar, it's an older Squire that I refurbished with all T's Guitars parts. I cleaned up the fretboard and I did a fret polish. Ted's probably going to fix a few little frets that seem to be a little high. He's going to probably put locking tuners on it, upgrade the jack, and a couple of other things. So it's going to be, it's going to be a little hard to describe because it's going to be, this guitar is going to be better than it ever was when it left the factory, but it's still going to be an entry-level guitar. It's just going to be a lot better than it was ever intended to be. So someone wants a solid entry-level guitar, they can win that for free. All right, just be sure to subscribe here and over at those two channels. 12 people in the house. Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate you all. We got 7 likes. And what are we up to, guys? All right, so we got, anybody got something going on? I know we're going to, in a few minutes, we're going to head on over to Dwight's channel and check out his latest song. Baby Boy Mulligan has a new song out. I think we checked it out yesterday on the members. John Dotson, prayers, brother. Oh, let me catch up, guys. Okay. Well, whatever's going on, Johnny 3 Bar, feel better. So 13 people in the house. Thank you very much, guys. So yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on with the channel. Anybody who's a member or who's thinking about becoming a member, at level 2, there's now access to the RJ's Cave Discord. So you can hang out there, and it's basically, it's like a more interactive community than what we have right here. Right? It's more interactive texting and voice messaging back and forth, and videos and games, all sorts of stuff. So it's relatively new, but anybody who is a member is welcome to go there. That's part of the deal. So you can access that as soon as you become a member at level 2, and you should have access to a link. As soon as you do that, that's part of the perks. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll send it to you. Okay. And what do you guys think? I'm thinking about turning rjscave.com in part. It's still going to be everything else I want it to be, including a way to get on the Discord, and there's going to be a forum and all this other stuff. It's going to be a. I got a brain fart now. I can't remember. Oh, shit. Yes, Johnny 3 Bar, feel better. And all right, so let's head on over to Dwight's, and I'll set that up. Give me a moment. So I'm wondering what kind of guitar Dwight's going to be playing in this one. Of course, Frozen. There we go. Nice. PC froze. This is why I need your help, guys. I need a new PC. Subscribe to the channel, watch the videos. I need to upgrade to a new PC. I'm still running Windows 10, and they're about to stop updates on Windows 10. Well, no, there we go. Now at least you can see me, but I need to get back on the subscription page. Come on, this is such bullshit. Sorry, guys. I can't even show you. We are at 10:15, 18, 19 minutes. Wow. Slow as fuck. And I'm not running anything fucking extra. Imagine if I was running OBS right now. Yeah, in October they stopped supporting 10, so I got to get a new PC. And this one, when I got it, it was a solid mid-level PC, but that was 6 years ago, and storage got cheap, dirt cheap, in that time. Now you get stuff that's got 3-4 times the memory, so everything that's coming out now is like, okay, we got all the room we need, we can do whatever we want. So now every time I start loading up software, sometimes it's a pain in the ass. But I'm not running anything right now. I'm just running Chrome, and that's it. And I can't get the subscriptions to load up. Yeah, I'm doing a search for Dwight's channel. So I guess we'll come back to that in a minute. But anybody in the market for a new digital amp? I got the Mustang here, the LT50, the 50-watt one with the 12-inch speaker. I'll be doing a video on that one soon. It's a good amp. It's got some shortcomings, but it's a good amp. Yeah, basically they're forcing you to get a new computer. And the funny thing is, around the time of Windows 7, 8, Microsoft was swearing they were going to not have us do any more of this upgrading like this and just give updates. And maybe have to pay for a few patches here and there, but nothing like what they're doing now. It's all scams. It's all bullshit. Used to be when you bought a computer, it came loaded with all the software. Now you don't even get free trials. Well, I'm not going to be selling the amp. I'm going to be keeping the amp. I like the amp, and I need an amp with 12-inch speakers. The little amps are great, but they don't have that fullness in the tone. Even the digital ones, they make great tones, but even with the smaller speakers, you feel it. You still feel it. You still hear it. It's not the same, But as soon as you get to a 12-inch speaker, all that changes. But if you're looking for an amp like this, like 50 watts, 12-inch speaker, digital, this is probably the cheapest one you're going to find. So, and it's actually pretty good. But it's like anything else, it's got its limitations. It's digital, so it's not going to be lasting forever. You know what I mean? Any other amp, you just change one part here or there, and the amps really do last forever. This is all digital, and eventually that board is going to get too brittle, and something's going to fry, and there's going to be nothing anybody can do, and you got to throw it out, right? So yeah, so it's a great solution. It's a great short-term solution for somebody looking for a decent amp with a 12-inch speaker, right? They generally are great short-term solutions for that because they can emulate anything right out of the box. You don't have to sit there and worry about getting tones. You plug in and play, basically. So for that, they're great. But as you progress, you realize you need a real amp. You know what I mean? A good solid state, or a tube amp, a really good tube amp. Night and day difference between this and like a good 50-watt, 100-watt tube amp, like a Marshall, a Carvin, even a Fender. They push more air, and right, like Dwight's saying, they push more air. They cover more musical ground, right? The 12-inch is more suited to the mid-range of the guitar, and it's it's just different, and some of you guys know, standing in front of an amp that's pushing a lot of air it's one of a kind sensation, right? And if you're on a stage when you're doing that, you're running like a 50 or 100-watt amp, and you got a couple of cabinets going. That's better than any drug. Right? I used to wear bell bottoms on stage and play bass. I had a 500-watt Carvin with an 18 and 4 10s, and my pants would move while I was standing there by the amp. Crate MX65R. That's a pretty good amp if I remember correctly. A lot of problem with crates. It's a common problem with other lots of amps. They just don't come with the right speaker. If you can figure out what they're trying to emulate, what the amp is trying to emulate, and you can get the speaker that's in that amp, then you got yourself like a hidden gem. 212 Sun amp, yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Yeah, there's nothing like a 12 or a 212. I think that's going to be the next amp I get. I think I want to get a 212, and I want to get ideally a nice tube amp, something 2-channel. Something's got a good distortion channel. If not, I'll take a good clean channel that can take pedals. I feel the need to stand in front of something that can push a lot of air, especially as I keep talking about it. So, all right, let me check up. I think we finally got to Dwight's search. I should just subscribe to you, Dwight. Let me do that. Yeah. Now I'm going to know. I'm subscribed, Dwight. As fast as my PC will let me. Breaking out the Jackson. All right. Okay. Just about there, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome, Dwight. The dirty channel sucks. Just run my Trace Elliott half stack at low volume these days in the house. Yeah, I'd say, all right. I guess you got it, right? If you want to get that sensation, you still got to run the half stack. You just got to do it at a low enough volume. Or run an attenuator, right? Like Eddie used to do. Run it at full volume, but then use an attenuator to bring it down so everything still runs with that really high glassy top end. That could be an option too. All right, let me. I like that distortion. Am I frozen again, John?
Things like I mercy is fine.
All right. I'm having a problem with my connection. Let me take a quick look, guys. Sorry about this. Pop out. Channel level. Distortion. I like the way it sounds. I like the way the guitar looks. I think I got to do a I'm gonna have to do a V build soon, or buy a V for review, or just pester somebody like Leo James till they send me one. Yeah. All right. All right. Now it's saying everything's okay. So come on. Yeah, this is Chrome is being a resource hog. That's what's going on. Yeah, I know, Steve. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a bit rough because of the. It's just Chrome is being a resource hog, and I just have like 3 windows open. So 4. I got 4 windows open. Yeah. Hey, I know. I'm sorry. So next time, I got 8 likes. That's the thing, John. I probably need to delete some cookies. It's been a while. It's been a while. I used to use CCleaner, and they got a bad rep now. I'm not sure who to use. I got to look into that. But yeah, I think that's part of the problem. If I do that, I'll buy myself some time. Going to the yeah. You know what? You're right. I could probably just do that, right? Instead of using CCleaner and just cleaning all sorts of empty files. If Chrome's the problem, right? So yeah, I'll do that later. Thanks. Chrome history, all time. I'll remember that. So, all right. Does anybody want to talk music? I mean, I'm not really a teacher, but if anybody wants some tips, tricks, or anything like that, since we're here, could do that. I mean, I don't know if Dwight needs anything, right? Dwight seems pretty proficient, but I know some guys might like a little help in something. You want to learn squealies? Squealies? I don't know. Or right, yeah, just not passwords. Passwords or the banking information. Although I probably shouldn't let Google know my banking information. Yeah, the pentatonic scale talk helped. The pentatonic scale is like the key to the kingdom, right? After we learn that the major scale and the minor scale exist, we learn the pentatonic scale. You know, the great thing about all this stuff is everything about music theory is tied to the major scale, and it's generally as simple as fuck. You just take it one little thing at a time because nothing is guaranteed, nothing is written in stone. It's all theory, right? It's all ideas. So one guy had an idea about how to look at the major scale and he turned it into something. And now we call that modes, right? So you learn about that. And it's all tied to shit like the spaces between the notes and the scale. It's not about the scale itself at all. If you learn the spaces between the notes in the scale, then you learn every version of that scale, right? Like major scale is step, step, half, step, 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 half, right? The spaces in between are what create the scale. If you know that, you can do that anywhere. Then all you really need to know is where a note is in relation to its placement within a scale. And the first thing we learn is the root, right? The one. So it's okay. We can work off that all day long. Right. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. You learn that. You learn 8 scales. You learn 12 scales, right? And then then the next scale you want to learn, you've already learned the major scale, so now you learn the one difference to make it a minor scale. And now you learned 8 minor scales just by doing one little change. It's not learning something all over again. You know what I mean? It's not all brand new. It's all built on something else. So you don't have to do this massive, it's not this massive undertaking that everybody thinks it is. And the funny thing it is that everything about music that we learn is music theory. It doesn't matter how you talk about it and what language you use. It's the fact that you're talking about music is you're talking about music in a theoretical sense because music is never factual. It's always ideas. All right. Yeah, that sounded more pentatonic, more structured, and it worked well. And it's a great way to, by learning the positions in the scale, one at a time, you're allowing yourself time to break it down and absorb it in a certain way. And then you can walk away from that and start breaking it down into some stuff that's even simpler so that you can really put it to use, right? Like Eddie Van Halen, his whole thing was odd numbers, longer odd numbers, sequences of 5 and 7 most of the time, right? The reason that matters is because everything we do is based on 4 fingers and an upstroke and a downstroke, which is 2 motions. So that's all even numbers. If we want to break things up and get better, we have to use odd numbers, right? That makes this hand go up, down, down, up, down, down, all that, all the alternate picking stuff. That's where all that starts coming in a natural sense that you're not sitting there, I got to learn this, I got to learn this, I got to learn this, right? And it's also, the scales are also how you navigate, right? You want to go from here down here, you go like this. I just did the same box twice and I moved that way. But you don't have to do it to the octave. You can do it throughout the whole thing. All right. And then right? Yeah, learn the modes. Major scale is Ionian, right? So if someone says to you, oh, you got to learn the modes, you already know Ionian. You already know one, right? Because you know the major scale. And minor is right. It's I don't know. Well, listen, maybe I know, maybe I understand it a little differently, right? The way I understand the way you figure out modes is you take that whole idea of the steps, the half step, the whole step, all that, and you continue that pattern, right, in a certain way. Like the major modes, you continue the major scale pattern uh, from a new starting point in the scale, and you start from the C major scale. Like you start with the C major, and then that's Ionian, right? Step, step, half, step, 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 half, right? I'm back. You guys see me? Something happened. All right. So did you guys miss me? So what were we talking? We were talking about the modes, right? Awesome. So we were talking about the modes, right? So the whole idea was that you're continuing the major scale pattern of step, step, half step, and you start at a new spot, but you're not creating that all over again. You're starting from what you already have and you're adding the next position in the sequence on the end. So then you learn, and that's like the Dorian. I don't know. I don't know them that well. I just know enough to know that I have been told that that's how you build those. But I don't know. And then it's, of course, the scales all tie into the circle of fifths, which ties into the fact that the major and scale and the minor scale have that interpersonal relationship going on at all times, right? So yeah, there's a mnemonic. Yeah, awesome job spelling that word, David. Most people wouldn't get that right. Yeah, there's a mnemonic. I don't know it, but it has to do with, anyway, it has to do with the building of the spaces. But that's like governs a lot of the stuff, right? So it's not so much about constant memorization as it is really about learning one thing and then adding on to it. I don't freaking like memorizing a lot, right? Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian. Well, I said F. So, but yeah, that's the whole trick. Yeah, Rick Beato's book. That sounds like a very interesting book. It reminds me of the grimoire. It wasn't the guitar grimoire. That was a book back in the day that if you could that had all the music theory for guitar players in one place, and it was like a guitar player's Bible. So, thank you, Dwight. Thank you. I don't know. After I got cut off, I don't want to try anything new. Try going back, Dwight. I'm afraid I'll get kicked out again. So we'll have to do a Dwight day or something. We got. Looks like you got at least two songs that I missed. This one and one from it said like 6 days ago. You posted. So yeah, we'll have to check this out again, Dwight. I'm sorry, buddy. Um, I'll try and do something to clean up my computer. But I gotta find a cleaner channel. Well, yeah, there's that one. Just a clean channel. Yeah, well, Rick gets a lot for his system. He sells a whole system at once, right? It's like $169 or some shit like that. I'd buy it. I mean, I would buy it as a one-time buy. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't sign up for some kind of monthly thing. But that's just me. Mm. Speaking of monthly things, you guys, uh, you guys all heard by now that we're signed up with Guitar Tricks, right? You can sign up for two free 2 weeks access to their online guitar music resource. You got lessons, all sorts of stuff. So if anybody wants that, let me know. I'll take a moment now while we're still here, and I remember to put the link up there. And if anybody wants the Discord, members, you got to be a member, level 2 member to join us in the Discord. And once you're a member at level 2, if you have an issue getting the link, let me know, and I will send it to you. All right. So, yeah, since you can't afford Rick's book, maybe you can get some music theory here. 2-week free trial, guys. Oh, look, I put it up there too. I know some of you have already done it. Ubi's actually signed up for more than the 2 weeks. And that brings up, if you actually like if you're into the whole thing after 2 weeks and you want to sign up again, let me know, because I have other discounts that I can give you guys. I can hook you guys up with a monthly discount. I can hook you guys up with I can hook you guys up with an annual deal as well. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, TSA. I actually got to cancel my membership to Paul Shredder. He's the only one that I subscribe to right now. I'm a member of. But until the cash comes in again, I need to cancel that. It's kind of sad though. It's only $3 a month. Oh, hey, you know what? I want to talk to you guys about. Igor is running a little behind now with this latest job setback. I can't really get the water slide just yet, and we're only about 6 weeks, 7 weeks away from them doing their thing, and I haven't been in touch with anybody in a little while. So I'm going to pass on that for now. They have an actual auction in December every year. I think we're better off shooting for that. It's going to give me plenty of time to get them amped up to start really like promoting this guitar, which is what I want them to do. If they're not going to promote the guitar or do something, then I want to, with TV or something like that, then I might want to pursue another avenue. with this, because this guitar should get enough attention that it should sell for 2, 3, 5 grand. You know, it should generate money. This is New York City, right? So it shouldn't be. So it shouldn't get $300. And I'm going to try to do what I can to make sure that it does it without trying, you know, without ultimately shooting this whole thing in the foot either. The water slide's going to be about $35, $40 because it's going to be. I got to get at least 2, one for a backup, and they're full size. These are going to be 3x6. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me, guys. BCG, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like, TSA. I want to do the right thing here. We don't want to rush into anything. If it's not the right time, it's not the right time, right? The guitar is just about done. I got to get the jack fixed, right, because it came apart, and I didn't want to bring that to my friend's shop until I could properly pay for it, so I'm holding off on that as well. So the guitar's here. It's in good hands, and we'll make sure that this gets all the attention that it deserves when the time is right. All right. So I'm glad I got a little bit of a consensus on that. So, yeah. So BCG, you've been working pretty hard, man. You're working on like 2 guitars right now. How's the purple V coming? I know you had the brass, all the brass parts done. Whew. Pardon me again, guys. I guess I'm getting tired. It's getting a little late, and I've been getting about 6 hours sleep. Oh, so you're just waiting for parts on that one. Okay. That looks like a classic Gibson style V, more or less. I know it's not an actual Gibson. So what's it got? Wraparound? It's got a wraparound tailpiece. Yeah, I think that V is going to be pretty epic too, TSA. The brass parts, that I love the way that the brass tremolo cover came out. I mean, it's big like the Gibsons, but it just looks great. You know what I mean? Brass, when brass is polished right, it just looks great. Okay, I was actually thinking it was like a Dean, because a Dean is very much a copy. Fuck me, my yoink. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. Trying to stay awake here. So, BBM, you know how to turn the pentatonic scale into the blues scale? Did I show you that one? You just add one note. You add one note in 2 different places, but you add one note. See, it's got nice snap. This is position 2. Position 4. Not so much. 3 is good. But yeah, who said it? Yeah, Steve said the blue note, right? You add the blue note, and now it becomes the blues scale, right? Yeah, this guitar actually sounds really good overall. I actually had to lower the bridge pickup a little bit on the bass side because it is so hot. But once I did that, it tamed it a little bit, and now it's nice. The funny thing is, when I first got this guitar, I wasn't too crazy about it. The skinny body really turned me off, and it's grown on me because the pickups are good. Oh, I'm hesitant to say they're right, because for me, right is Alnico 5 magnet pickups that run a little bit hotter or whatever, but they sound good. They get all the right tones. They're a little brighter because they're ceramic magnets, but you get the good two. That's got a lot of snap because it's combining the 16K output here and the 5 here, and you're coming away after everything is reduced down to a little more with 3K, which is still a solid single coil tone. Up here, when you split these two, it drops down to like 2, and that's a little too thin. What we got here? So you're waiting for the guitar that you got from. Okay, so you got a guitar from Trey? I must have forgotten about that, or I wasn't in the loop. So yeah, during that whole move when you were in the hospital, I remember that. So okay, what did you get from Trey? Oh, the Leo James flag Strat. Okay, all right. You know, that's funny. I was actually looking at that Strat like it might be fun to have lying around. You know, with that finish. Yeah, because I don't know. I've messed around I've messed around here on YouTube and embarrassed myself a couple of times posting the 4th of July. I posted Star Spangled Banner, but I was still not really all that familiar with it. Jersey Girls, yeah, Jersey Girls are, well, they're crazy. I should lower that a little bit. It's actually a little too late to be doing this here. My landlord's right downstairs. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of girl Jersey Girls are. I used to play the clubs in Jersey, and it was very easy to be entertained right after a show. So, but I didn't partake usually. I always had a girlfriend. I was never that type. There's a joke about Jersey Girls. What's the difference between Jersey Girls and garbage? Garbage gets picked up twice a week. Ba-dum-bum. Only time I had fun in Jersey was Wildwood. I was a trooper magnet. Yeah. Oh, Wildwood. Well, Wildwood is like where everybody in that area goes to get drunk. It's like when you can't go down to Florida for spring break, that's where you go. Right? And the troopers got nothing better to do. And Jersey State troopers are assholes. They come at you with the jack boots. They got the wide brim hat, the whole 9 yards, and they don't fuck around. And they have to get tickets like every 20 minutes. They got to write a ticket. The process of writing a ticket takes about 15 minutes. So they got 5 minutes between tickets to find somebody and give them a new ticket. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what your relationship is with her, but it sounds like if she keeps coming back and you keep going back, that you should probably put a ring on it. You know? So Guys, it's just about an hour, so we're gonna call this a night soon. It's 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. Cape May. Nice. Smart man. Oh, you know, I wanted to ask anybody know what's going on between Justin's cheap guitar reviews and Brian over at Searching for Tone. He posted a video the way he was kind of abusing Brian. Funny video. I don't know if anybody saw it, but if I don't watch a lot of Searching for Tone, so I'm really not sure what's going on. But I kind of want to side with Justin, and I don't mean to be mean to Brian and Searching, but you know, you get a vibe. So if anybody happens to have any info on that, I'd appreciate it. We got 14 guys in the house. Don't forget, guys, the review for this, that's Saturday for anybody who's not a member. Did I ever hear of a company called Artist? What'd they do? Was that a guitar company? Artist guitar. It rings a faint bell. But you know, I want to say that, but I really don't. I really don't recall. Like, I really don't recall much. Maybe during the '90s, early '90s, late '80s, there were a lot of companies, a lot of brands around that time. Because that was when we were really getting good guitars out of Japan, and they, you know, with the Squire brand and all that, and Korea with Matsumoto. Or Matsumoto. It's funny. Between Brian and Justin. Oh yeah, it's funny coming from either side. Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I understand what you're saying now, TSA. Okay, so all right. So what were they saying? They wanted you to do a review of one of their guitars, or they wanted to do something with you? Let's do a quick check. See if we can find Artist guitars. Yeah, here's a company. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this. We'll go over that together. Hold on. All right. Essential cookies only. Fuck you. Okay. Artist guitars. USA store closing. All stock must go. What's the website? Artist-guitars.com. Okay, so that's a reasonably good website. That's a solid sign that this is not bullshit. Okay. Budget amp. So, okay, we're probably looking at budget guitars. Let's shop guitars. Let's see. 0 products found. Try something else. Guitar. Gift cards. I'm not finding guitars. Amps and effects. Let's take a look at amps and effects. Nothing. This is starting to be a red flag. Featured amp. On sale. $30. 10 watts. It's absolute garbage, most likely. With an MP3. No, it's yeah. GA10X. That GA, that might be like a Galari amp. It just means GA, guitar amp, right? Yeah, I don't. If they wanted to send me something, I'd probably say, okay, go ahead, send me something, but I wouldn't necessarily be nice. Yeah, USA store closing. There's no. Uh, that's what. All right, TSA. The Spark 2, that's the small one, right? I think you're making a good choice. I don't think that's a bad choice. There's a lot that goes on with that. You know, you get a lot with that. The Spark is a good package. You know, you get I think it's got built-in looper and drum machines and shit like that too. So, so yeah, let us know what you think of it when you get it, because you know, the Ricky, the gentleman who's talking about getting us a guitar and an amp to give away, he's talking about getting, among other things, a Spark or the Yamaha, the tabletop Yamaha one with the yellow, the cream colored one. That's like $500-600, or a Katana or something else. So hopefully, hopefully we'll be getting that. We'll be getting more info on that soon. Yeah, it's a that amp, Johnny. That's a cheap generic amp you get from any company, right? You go to the factory and buy that by, like, 10,000. Yeah, I don't think you got to worry about getting a virus from that site. I think you got to worry about your credit card and your personal information on a site like that. But yeah, I wouldn't even tell them. I shouldn't even have to, like, see anything like of theirs. Like, as a YouTuber, if they want to send me something, they should just send me a link that I can go check it out and see if I want it, and then they'll tell me. Then I'll tell them in an email, yeah, send it. Here's my information. If they're paying me to do it, or there's some kind of rebate that they're going to give me back, I give them my PayPal, and that's it. I shouldn't have to go anywhere, right? A few guys out there, they're only on Amazon, so they'll ask you to uh, work with them and let them reimburse you. I've done that, and I have never had an issue with getting reimbursed, so that's always a possibility too. But generally speaking, if they want you to do something, you don't have to go to their website. You just have to keep talking to them in an email. Oh, the Spark 2 is a 50 watt. Nice. Okay. A 50 watt at $299. That sounds like a good deal. Yeah, you know what? I think that probably is like, I don't know now what's in the Katana, but I don't think the Katana has the like a built-in looper or drum machine and all the features that the Spark has. So I think the Katana, the version 3, is the same price, $300. So if that's the case, those are the two I'm comparing. I would say get the Spark. The only thing I would say, other thing I would say, is the Fender Mustang I just got. That's a 50 watter. It's only 250, but it doesn't have Bluetooth, and I'm not exactly sure if it connects to the PC the proper way. I haven't been able to make it do it. I got to get off my ass and call Fender and see if they can talk me through it and get me to connect to the PC in a way that lets me use it record through the PC. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you never open PDFs. Absolutely. Yeah, that's something that has gotten a few YouTubers opening PDFs. One guy almost, yeah, Scar got hacked, and Kenneth Russell, he got hacked that way too. I don't know if you guys know Kenneth Russell's channel. So I guess he's not as regular as he used to be. But yeah, he got hacked a while ago. The same way, he opened the PDF. He thought it was a good deal, like this person was legit, and he was just going to open the PDF. And as soon as he did it, that was it. Yeah, a PDF is, I guess it's just big enough to hold enough data to hide a program like that. You can download the amplifier sims through Bluetooth and all that. Nice. That's the artist too. That's the better one. That's the higher end one. 100 watts, two speakers. That's like the $600 one, right? That's a nice one. That's a nice one. I was referring to the standard 50 watt. Yeah, but I don't know what the updates were with version 3. I know there's the original one, then version 2 was around for a little while, and now there's version 3. But listen, any one of these digital amps is going to be a great right now fix, and they're probably good for 5 or 10 years if you don't abuse them. But beyond that, right? Yeah, the Waza speakers, those that's like Waza Craft in Japan. They're like doing all sorts. They're the modders, the guitar modders, like the car modders out there. They do the guitar pedal modding and shit like that. So, guys, I think I'm gonna call it, man. It's after an hour. We got 12 people here. It's getting late. I know some of you. It's getting late for some of us anyway. And you guys are awesome. I think though we're gonna call it a night. Keep an eye out for anyone who's not a member. The Donner video is gonna drop this Saturday. I'm gonna be posting the video for the giveaway sooner rather than later, although I'm not exactly sure when. I got to sync that up with everybody else. So I'm also going to be working on a couple other things. And I'm trying to do some other stuff that's branching out a little bit to try and post more videos during the week. So keep an eye out for that, okay? I'm going to try and do some more of that this week. All right. And, oh, yeah, if you're thinking about becoming a member at level 3, Cave Crew level 3, that now has videos. It's just going to be like members videos. That's going to be where you're going to be able to see that. You got to be on level 3. So personal videos will be on level 3, and then from there we'll do more stuff. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Keep an eye out for Saturday, and I'm going to see about doing another live show at some point this week, just to say hi to you guys. All right. So I'll let you know more about that through the community pages. You're welcome, Johnny 3 Bar. Thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate all of you guys. I mean, as much as it's time to go, I hate saying goodbye. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't ever forget that, okay? Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Take it easy, guys. Have a good night.